Hello, Assalamualaikum. In this video, I will explain about two chapters, which is Mathematics of Finance and Working Capital Management. The concept of time value of money refers to the value of money we have at different moments. The amount in 1 year is not the same as the amount today. For example, the promises of ringgit 1 year from now is not equal to the value of a ringgit to be received today. So, I will explain the first one, which is future value. The accumulations of today's funds of money that will be expended in the future is referred to as future value. The saving, for example, in a bank or investment will grow each time because of interest bearing. So, what will be the accumulated amount in the future? Let me give you an example. If the money, for example, 1 ringgit is deposited into a saving account, paying 20% of interest, it will grow to Rm 1 ringgit 20 cents a year from now. Simple as that. We want to know what the amount a year from now. And then, in the future value, it will have a compound value. The value after taking considerations that the interest left in the account itself earns interest in the following period. The whole process of calculating the future value is known as compounding. We are going to take all the information given, put it into calculations. The present value will be 2000 and we'll divide by 1 plus k, which is the interest rate 10%, and the power of n, which is the number of year 1. We will get 2200. So, back to the questions, we want to know what will be the accumulated amount at the end of year 2. So, we will use the same formula as I mentioned just now, and the answer will be 2420. Now let's take a look at the example for multiple cash flow. If you deposit 100 today and 200 at the beginning of the next year and 100 at the end of year 3, how much will you have at the end of the third year? The bank gives you 4% interest on your saving. So, we will sum up all the answers for today and the next year, also the year 3. Using the same equation for a VIF, which is 1 plus k the power of n, then total all the answer equals to Rm 432.81 cents. Present value is reciprocal from future value. It is powerful tools in capital budgeting. In present value, we will learn about discounting. It involves determining the current or today's value, which is present value of expected cash flows to be received in the future. The value of 10,000 that you are going to receive 5 years from now is only 6,209.21 cents today if discounted at the rate of 10%. So we put all the information into the calculations. We will sum up all the equations. We will get Rm 403 ringgit and 62 cents. Next, I will explain about the annuities. Annuities are a unique form of multiple payment where it is a stream of equal amount paid or received in each period. The keyword is that at the end of each year. So we will use the ordinary annuity. The formula is that future value equals to annuity amount multiplied with FVIFA, A for annuity, K and. So the annuity amount is 500 and the K for interest rate is 6% and N number of years for 2 years. So we will get Rm 1030 ringgit. The keyword is at the beginning of each year. So The formula is future value annuity due equals to annuity amount multiplied with VIFA annuity K, and but we add the equation which is 1 plus K at the end of formula. So the annuity amount will be 5,000 and the K will be 5% and the N will be 4 years. Then we have to multiply with 1 plus 0.05 as the interest rate. So the answer would be 22,628 ringgit 3 cents. So this is the example question for present value of an ordinary annuity. The question states that what is the present value of 4 years RM1000 annuity discounted to the present at 5% interest? So the formula is still the same. The present value annuity equals to annuity amount multiplied with PVIFA annuity KN. So the annuity amount is 1,000, the K will be 5%, the N will be 4 years. So the answer would be 3,546 ringgit. The question states that what is the present value of 5 years RM1000 annuity discounted to the present at 5% interest? So the annuity amount is 1,000, the K will be 5%, and would be 5 years. And then we have to multiply with 1 plus 0.05 for the interest rate. So the answer would be RM 4,545 ringgit 98 cents. Now we move to the chapter 7, which is working capital management. The definition is that WCM is the management of all aspects of both current assets and current liabilities to minimize the risk of insolvencies while maximizing the return on assets. Managing working capitals involve risk-return trade-off. For example, the higher the risk, the higher the return. Working capital will affect the company's profitability and also liquidity. There are 3 basic working capital policy. The first one is relaxed policy. It is low risk policy that contribute to low return. It maintains large amount of current asset with flexible credit policy. It has high liquidity and potentially low profitability from investment because of low productivity of current asset. Now we move to the third one first, which is restricted policy. It is a high risk policy that contributes to high return. It maintains low amount of current assets coupled with stringent credit policy. The firm that use this policy invest in fixed asset which result to high profitability but low liquidity. And now the third one is moderate policy in the middle, which is the simple policy. It is mixture of relaxed and restricted policy, moderate risk and return. It is also maintain the liquidity. The firm that use this policy invest in productive asset and at the same time have a sufficient of current asset. The first approach is conservative approach. It is lowest risk and use long-term financing for the majority of its asset. The firm supports fixed, permanent current and average temporary current asset with long-term financing. The second one is hedging approach. It matches the maturity of the assets with the maturity of the financing. It is used temporary financing to finance temporary current asset and permanent financing to finance permanent assets. results in moderate risk with moderate returns. And lastly, aggressive approach. It used short-term financing to finance some permanent assets. Finance all fixed asset with long-term financing, but limited to the portion of the permanent current asset only. The remaining permanent and fluctuation current asset will be financed with short-term borrowing.